19-year-old girls about to set sail on an ocean liner for France. Emily can't swim, and she's a little worried about the fate of the ship. Hello, Cornelia. There you are. I thought you were lost.
No, I wasn't lost. Just misdirected. But he was so handsome when he was giving me the directions to the cabin. Guess I didn't listen very carefully, and I took a wrong turn.
Oh, Emily. Cornelia, we're adrift. Alone on the wide, wide sea.
Without our mothers to cluck over us every minute.
Isn't it wonderful? Did you ever believe it would really finally happen?
And when we get back to Bryn Mawr in September,
won't the girls simply swoon with envy? After this trip, we'll be different.
Once you've been to Paris, you're cosmopolitan.
I'm feeling cosmopolitan already. Yes? You may come in.
Yes, Stuart, you might put my trunk somewhere. Anywhere at all.
I'm having all of my trunks brought in, dear. I think it's best.
Very well. I'll mind too, Stuart, please.
You know, Emily, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be on this trip.
What do you mean, what you're going to be?
Well, the whole point of a trip on a boat is that there isn't enough time to get to know you. So, you have to assume a very definite personality, or you won't emerge at all. I see. I just received a gift of the most wonderful long dangling earrings, and in my new black dress, I'll almost look svelte.
Really?
I've been thinking it might be very interesting to be the femme fatale type.
What's femme fatale?
Can't you picture it? A woman in black. A tinge of sadness in her smile. Mysteriously alone in the moonlight. A whiff of exotic perfume as she passes.
You have the perfume too?
Yes, I got 1/4 of an ounce. I'm going to try it.
Oh, Cornelia, I almost forgot. On my way to the cabin, they asked to see our passports in case we were stowaways or something.
Who told you? How did you know?
How did I know what?
There's a stowaway on board?
Oh, I didn't. I heard some of the crew talking.
Emily, adventure already.
Won't we have stories to tell? What's that noise?
I think it's the ship's horn.
Are we sinking?
No, Emily, we're sailing.
What? Cornelia, this is terrible. I intended to be on deck when we sailed so I could be emotional.
Emotional?
I know if I were up there, I'd get a lump in my throat watching my native land slip over the horizon.
Of course, the native land stays still. We slip over the horizon.
Yes, but I wanted to see it become a speck in the distance. I'm going up.
Emily?
Shh, quiet.
Emily, you gave me such a fright. When I heard all the shouting and screaming on deck, I was sure it had been you.
How did you know?
How did I know what?
That it was me.
Then it was you?
Yes, Cornelia, I did it.
But you couldn't have fallen overboard. You're not even wet.
It's much worse than that. Cornelia, I killed a man.
Who? What man?
The man that fell overboard.
You didn't push him.
I was on deck. All of a sudden, there was a splash and a lot of commotion. Someone shouted, "Man overboard." So I ran to the rail like everyone else. And there he was. I could see him in that dark water splashing and swimming. Oh, he looked so pathetic down there, clawing and kicking his feet. But then I remembered what they told us in life-saving class. Throw a buoyant object to the person drowning. But I couldn't find a buoyant object. All I could find was a deck chair.
You didn't throw the deck chair?
I did, and it hit him right on the head.
I don't believe it. You've never had that good of aim. How do you know it hit him?
Just at that moment, the searchlights came on and everyone, Everyone could see it crash.
Oh no.
It was horrible. You should have heard the crack when it hit him. And then there was just the chair wobbling by itself and no man.
Did anyone see you throw the chair?
No, I was in the dark.
Then don't worry. We'll keep you undercover. No one ever need know.
No, Cornelia. I know what I must do. Give myself up.
No.
It would haunt me all my days.
But you don't know what they'll do to you.
It doesn't make any difference. I have to confess, I couldn't live with my conscience. You must go and tell the captain.
I couldn't. I'd be an informer.
Please, don't refuse me this. My knees are shaking. I could never walk up the steps.
All right, if you really want me to.
I'll be grateful as long as I live. Mercy, how long do you think they will let me live?
Don't say things like that.
Maybe there'll be an inquest.
No, I'm
Will they have it here
sure.
on the ship? Or maybe should we get to France, Cornelia? That'll be terrible. I couldn't possibly testify in French. Go now. I can still stand.
I'll bring the captain right down.
Thank you. Thank you. You may come in. I'm not armed.
Emily, I spoke with the captain.
Yes?
The man on whom you scored such a magnificent bullseye was the stowaway they've been looking for.
Oh?
And if you hadn't hit him and knocked him unconscious, they might have never gotten him into the lifeboat.
Unconscious? So he's not dead?
No, he's in the brig under guard. Stowing away is a criminal offense. There may even be a reward in all of this.
Oh, Cornelia.
Oh, Emily.